Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. Gets past one man, and he's got room across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given home.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. First down, Howell to throw. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. It's Howell with another throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Going with the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Duggan looking to throw.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Howell.
Terry McLaurin. And all the way out to the 46. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
And that's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
To throw is Duggan.
Walker with a grab, left side. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's Hal to throw on second down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
2nd and 5. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve, because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. You've got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
Howell. And that's off the mark, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Howell. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Howell completing the quick throw out wide. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try and throw.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
Throwing here, Howell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 99 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing, Duggan. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 31.
From the gun, it's Walker.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on second down.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Duggan now to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And Howe will throw it.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Howell down to throw it.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Here's Duggan to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! D. Eskridge, 28 yards. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. touchdown. Here's Myers to boot it away.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now throwing on first down here. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Now Howe.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
And once more, Howe back to the air. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Howe from the gun. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Commanders 14.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Back at 60.
Out of the gun, it's Howell.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howell.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
72. Go.
Looking to throw.
Howell out left to Dotson.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Back to throw. Howell.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Howell out of the shotgun. That is incomplete.
When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back look to throw again. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Cowboy 80. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Duggan will look to throw this. He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 33.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Third down and 1. Duggan.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he'll get this to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Escapes the defender. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hey, here we go. Sunday.
And they'll give here to Charbonnet on the option. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. There's Charbonnet once again. Now that's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're talking about they're thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Powell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Here's Howell. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Charbonnet. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's the backup Smith. Is going to be incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coach throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And Howell will throw it. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Draymond Jones showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They run the toss now with Gibson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is.